Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, Chucha Things. Yeah, now we decided to start some tutorials like which is a basic thing about HTML, like basic tags and some examples related to HTML. We are going to start here. So before getting started to web developing things, we should know about what is meant by web technology, right? So in this video, we are going to discuss about what is web technologies, what are the different types of technologies is there we should know before getting started, or so these things, what are the mandatory things you should know in these web technologies, like web pages, what is web pages, what are websites, so what is these things, what is HTML basically, why we use that. So all these things we are going to discuss in this video. So without any delay, we get started with these tutorials. So before getting started, I want to mention one thing, that is, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon below to get notified each time when we upload a new video, so never miss any update from ours, and you will be definitely get benefited by watching these tutorials. So let's get started. Basically, Bill Gates has a one well-known quotation related to web technologies, that is, the internet is becoming the world square of the global village of tomorrow. Like there is a vast scope in future related to web technologies, like everything is now digital, everything is getting into digital platforms, like with coming to online, when we compare with the business purposes or any other field, getting in the websites, like migrating their small businesses into an online business. So we can see generally in our surroundings people like that. So coming in the world village of tomorrow, the internet is becoming a town square for that. So this is a huge scope in future, we can say. So coming to web technologies, the primary origin of this is comes from the internet. The internet, sometimes we simply call as the net, we call simply as net, is a worldwide global system of interconnected computer networks. As you know, internet is a computer. Internet is nothing but an interconnected of computer networks. We can also define this as a information super subway. Like for passing information, we use this web technology. Like right, in the previous days, we have cell phones to pass any kind of information, and newspapers and papers, so all these things. But nowadays we have getting all everything into a digital world, that is getting information through a news or a news portal or a news website, or getting it like this, and also buying things we done by offline, going to far places, and getting the things get done by those things, or electric bills and everything we done by offline. That is very time consuming like this. But now with this super highway, information super highway, we are doing the all the things at our home only, and within the fingertips, within two or more clicks, we are getting our work done by using this web technologies or websites and internet, we can say. So it is defined as an information super subway to access information over the web. From the web, we are accessing all this information. You are getting these YouTube videos through web. So all this kind of information we are transferring to this super subway, we can call it as internet is most important role playing in our lives, right? So it is a network of networks, so the users can share resources and communicate with each other. So we are communicating with the far people who are far away from us, like other states also we are communicating, and we are getting information, each and every information from every places in home, in front of your mobile or anything. We are getting educated by watching videos from different tutors or anything. So everything will become a ease by using this web or websites. There are many drawbacks because of these web technologies. People are getting like moving to other things which are not useful for them like this. But coming to advantages, we have super cool advantages, like so many advantages using this internet. We can share resources and communicate with each other by this source of web technology, right? Internet. So this is the nothing but a web. Without a web there is nothing. We can't even survive even in a single bit without internet, right? We get wi-fi or hotspots. So everyone asks, even if you have food, no one asks, is there food is available for this today. They will definitely ask, is there is the internet availability is there in your area or not in your home, or like that. So that much importance role is playing web in our lives, right? So for these webs, what we need should know before getting started into web technologies, to learn these websites and web pages, how they are building, how they are sharing information through these websites. Like YouTube is there, YouTube's also a web source or a website, or we can call it as a app application like that. So they are sharing information from other countries or other aspects of life, different cultures and editions, where different nations, from nations we are getting information through these websites or applications, anything. But how they are building these things, how things are happening, how they are making, human only created those things, like what is the reality behind those web pages or everything, you should know about these things. In this course is nothing but web technology, right? So web technologies we have, for this, to knowing those things, previously you should know the basic terminologies, right? So we have this HTML, we should know about this HTML. This is nothing but a hypertext markup language. We can call it as, the full form of HTML is hypertext markup language. This is used for creating a web pages. This is not a programming language, but a scripting language, we can say. This is used for creating in web pages and web applications also. It is also called as a text formatting language. We can call it as not a programming language, but we can call it as a text programming language. Like we are creating, if for example, if you want to have a web page, any web page, so how can you create, you should create so for example, you are writing a letter. For that, what you will write, you will write a heading for that, and you will write a small paragraph. That if your content is more, you will write another paragraph. Like that, your letter will be like that. Same, how you are conveying information through a website, then also you will prefer the indications or conditions you will have. You will have some rules, so that the information will be clearly explained, like that, right or not? Yes, of course. So in this also, we will have a web, in the web pages also, you will have a title, and for that you will have a paragraphs. If your content is more than one paragraph, then you will have a second paragraph. Like that, you will have the content. So how you are formatting those things, by using this HTML, that is a text formatting language. By using this HTMLs, we can place that, where, how much length of title will be you want, or how much length of paragraph, or how many number of paragraphs you want, what type of color you want to give for the text. Like that, all everything, like formatting the text, like you are writing any letter, how you will format this thing, should be this much. You will have some precautions or conditions for that. So similarly, for any creating a web page or like that, you will have some for creating, you should have some rules like that, that can be applied by using this test formatting. The formatting should be there, right? So this much of heading, this much of paragraph, and this much of lines will be there. So the content, so the information is clearly explained, clearly understood by the other person. What you have written should be understood by the other person only, if you having certain things like that, right? So that is for that purpose you are using this HTML. That is nothing but a text formatting language. Okay, so text formatting language, this is nothing but hypertext markup language. And next, you should know about web pages. We are using HTML for what? Creating of web pages. A web page is a single HTML document displayed as a single page in a browser, and it can be connected to other pages. For example, if you want to share any information, like a news website or anything, so how you will see a single page, you can see about that news or anything, single paper. Like for example, nothing but a paper is an offline paper which we are seeing in the newspaper. But if that is in the digital form, that is in the mobile or a tablet or anything, laptop, so that should be displayed in a web page. Like you have seen that Wikipedia web page, right? So in Wikipedia, how you can see, it is a single document. Like what you search, you will get a Wikipedia page. So that is a single document, you can see a single page which is visible in the web browser, right? So where you can have clicks in that, you can I think you have observed that. So if you are in any Wikipedia website, if you want to get information about the particular thing, some text will be a blue color lines, like. So if you click on that, you will be redirected to other page. Like a web page is not a single HTML page, but it can be connected to other web pages. That is nothing but definition of web page. So you should know about this web page also. This web page is one of the terminology you should know before getting started into a website, building websites or web technologies. Okay, so next we have this website. What is website? A website is a collection of several web pages, all connected together, that contain text, images, audio, and video, and usually at the same internet address. So you can go to different addresses also. But what comes into website means the web page is related to same content, like a same application. For example, if you have Amazon website, I think everyone has gone through Amazon website or Flipkart website. I think everyone will go. This is a popular websites which we are using daily, right? Even educated or non-educated people should know about the basic things, right? So how we are using this Amazon, like it's a website. So if you click on any product, that product will be enlarged, like that should be seen in another web page. Like it's a collection of several web pages. Single web page is a single thing. If you make the single website into a collection, then it is nothing but a website, where you will have all the text, where you have image description in Amazon web page, and also image will be there, and also audio. So audios will be there in some applications. If you want to see so many websites, you can go through any example. And next, videos. So for example, if Amazon is taken, some product text will be there, and product image will be there, and some videos will be there, like product videos. You can see how that product really will be. So some videos will be there at that. So usually the same internet address, like for example, Amazon is only one domain, amazon.com, like that. So under the same address we have all these things connected. And the first page of the web page is known as home page. For example, you are directing to so many web pages, but the first page which we are landing on that website, the first page which we can see, that is called as a home page. So that is the landing page we can call as a home page, where we are redirected to other pages from that. So this is the three things you should know before getting started into web building or web development, like those things. So HTML, I think everyone got to know about that. This is the text formatting language. It's like how your web page should be look like or displayed. So that can be decided by using this language. And next, web pages. These are the single HTML document displayed as a single page in the browser, and it is connected to other pages. Websites means it's a collection of web pages all connected together, may contain text or images or audio or also video, and usually at the same internet address. Okay, and the first page of the website is called as a home page. Okay, next we have the static pages. There are two types of web pages also: static page and a dynamic page. Coming to the static page, what is meant by static page means a static page is a static website. Basically, it's a type of website, right? Whose content will be a static. Like static is nothing but stagnant. Like there is no change in that. So static website is always static. That is one that is usually written in plain HTML. Like what should be there? Like if you're writing a one HTML page, this much heading will be there, and this much paragraph will be there, and this much image should be there. So these are the pre-written content, like that should be displayed at each and every time the page is loaded. Every time the same content will be seen, like it sends exactly the same response per each every request. Like how will web page will load means if you are giving any request, so how you will get response? If you are only passing any request, then you will get a response. Like static web page means what means each and every time you will send a request, the same pre-written content will be shown. For example, Wikipedia you have. For example, Wikipedia, you are searching for some definitions or anything in the Wikipedia, you will get the same web page. So at the time also, when you are searching, you will get the same page, and there is no other content will be there. That's a pre-written content of a simple plain HTML page you will be seeing. So unlike these things, you will have other thing, that is a dynamic web page. We are going to see in a few minutes. So this is the content only changes when someone publishes and update the file, send it to the web browser. So when the Wikipedia will change, the Wikipedia owners or the publishers will change that the content. No, if the person is died, if any Wikipedia person details will be there, if the person is dead, then that should be updated in the place of late person, this date, like that. So how, when the publisher updates the particular file, then only that particular file will be updated. Like that is a pre-written content will be same every time when you open the Wikipedia. Only if the information change, then only they update the particular thing in that. So this means what they are giving means the flexibility will be a main advantage of using this static web pages. Okay, the flexibility will be high. There is no no fault of losing data or anything, or Easily you can change those things, or easily you can change the plain HTML content. There is no burden in that. So flexibility is the main advantage of using the static pages. Coming to the requesting of static HTML document, like how you are requesting. For example, you have a static HTML file like heading and some content like Wikipedia only. And you are clicking that, you are requesting that, you will get a from client, you will get a request to the server where you are having that server, and from that you will get a response, and that will be displayed in your static web page. This is the requesting of HTML document. That is for I'm forget to tell you that. So HTML document which we are, HTML pages which we are seeing in the web page is nothing but a document type of HTML documents. So that totally is nothing but a document, right? So this is the requesting of HTML document. Coming to dynamic web pages. So what is meant by dynamic web pages means dynamic websites uses the some client side scripting and server side scripting, or both, to generate a dynamic content. So when the dynamic content will comes means you are getting interaction, like user want to get interact with the web page. That is nothing but dynamic. Like any scripting will helps us to interact with the elements. Like for example, if you click on that this particular operation should be performed, like dynamic scripting we have to write. Like static page means there is no interaction with the client can't do anything in that particular page. He can't change anything, and he can't do anything. Just he can read the information, just like in news websites. We can just read the news website and we can do anything. When it comes into Amazon, you can't only just see the things, but you can order the things, right? If you like any product, you can just place your order at that moment only by giving the details, or you can also pay the money and you can get the products to home delivery or anything. So some interaction will be there with the client, right? So this type of things is known as dynamic web pages. Some interaction will be created between the client and the website. That is nothing but dynamic web page. So how should we create this interaction means by using scripting. Like scripting languages helps us to make the static websites into a dynamic websites. But what type of scripting we have to go means client side scripting and server side scripting. So these two type of scripting will be there. We can use a single type of scripting, or we can use both the scriptings at a time to make it a dynamic website. Okay. So coming to client side scripting, you will question me what will be the client side scripting means, what will be the scripting means. So this is client side is nothing but generates the content at the client computer on the basis of user input. Like how the user giving is input, based upon that you can create a scripting, then that is nothing but a client side scripting. So the web browser receives the web page from the server and process the code within the page to render the information to the user. That will process under that page only. They are not going to the server. The information we are getting from the user will be in the client part only. So that is not going into the back side or server side. So in that only they are processing the information, giving the particular rendering the information to the user. This is nothing but a client scripting. If you are doing that in the background, like backside, so that is nothing but a server side scripting. That is a software runs on a server, process the code, and once completed, the web pages are sent to the client. So this is nothing but a server side scripting. Next, a dynamic web. Why use of dynamic scripting? Why can't we is dynamic static scripting is enough for us? Like static web pages is enough now. Why we have implemented this dynamic website means. So these are the pages whose content changes dynamically. Like it shows different information at different points of time. For example, if you are having an Amazon website as a static website only, like if you are like it's a static website only, then how can you remove the product which is already sold out, like sales or like not restocked. So that type of products you have to remove in the website. Like you can't change the information. So or if you want to increase the price of a product, like each and every, if there is any sale like that. So or if a customer having a for example, you can see in some Amazons you will have some, if a customer is the HDFC using a credit card of HDFC, it should be the value of the price should be reduced, like that you will have some conditions. Like how you can change the information or a website, the total will be different. So like to change the dynamically things based upon the information or a point of time, like based upon single condition, like you can dynamically change your website any time by using this type of scripting. So this is nothing but a dynamic web page. So it may create different html for each of it. It may create different html for each of the requests, like if you are this type of user, then it should be like this, this should be like this. If he is having a free credit account, you can see some prime accounts will be there. If you're having a prime account, then you will be access to so many things, for example movie, netflix or hotstar. These things will be there. If you are of paid subscription or vip things, then you will be having some offers like that. So based upon other qualities also, or the other things properties, web page will be different for different user, different requests like that. So this is the use of dynamic web pages. So it is a betterment of static web page, we can say. It accesses content from database or the content management system, cms. When you alter or update the content of the website, the content of the website is also altered or updated. Not only alteration, but also you can update the things also. So this is the main concept of dynamic web pages. So why we are restricted to static web pages only? So why we are getting into dynamic web pages? I think you got clarity. Like I have given you real examples where we are using these dynamic web pages like that. So this is nothing but a dynamic web page. So generation of dynamic web page, like dynamic generation of html, how we are happening is by using of script. This script concept we can't see in this static web pages, because only plain html will be there in the static. No type of scripting will be there. If there is any type of scripting, then we can say it as a dynamic of html web page. Like we can say scripting is of two types: client side scripting and server side scripting. If it is done at back side, then we can call it as a server, or it is done at the front side by the client at the end of client, then it is called as a client side scripting. So passing request and getting response, I think this is the http request we will send, and http response you will get. So this is all about web technologies which we are having, and website development, how it will be and what type of language you should know. So not only html, you can have a css, bootstrap, for displaying the things, like how much better your website will be, and that how much users will be more likely to comes to your website and look into your things, like for improving your business and anything. Websites are most important things in nowadays. So getting started with web technologies and learning web development is most important, as we learn the other basic things. So in this course, I'm going to give you a easy tutorials for you to learn this web development with ease. So don't skip any video of ours. So click the bell icon and get notified each time when we upload a new video. If you like this video, give a big thumbs up below, and share, like, and subscribe. If you have any doubts regarding to this, you can feel free to comment in the comment section. And if you're having any suggestions for my videos or any tutorials, you can feel free to comment in the comment section. So that I will definitely take your suggestions and improve myself to give better outputs. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel Tutor Things. Yeah, previous video we have seen what is meant by web development or web technologies, and what the things you should know before getting started or learning web technology things. Like we have seen what is meant by web pages and websites, and what are the things, different types of web pages is there, like static web pages and dynamic web pages. For dynamic web pages, how many scriptings are there, like client side scripting and web server side scripting. So these things we have seen in the previous video. If you haven't watched that video, please go and watch that video, so that you will betterly understand the basic things before getting started into technologies or web development. For the web development, everyone should start with the basic thing, that is nothing but a html, which is a hypertext markup language. We call this as a text formatting language. So this HTML is nothing but a hypertext markup language. So why we need this HTML means this is a language which a browser can understand, like what type of format the content should be displayed in your web page, like design or how the web page should be look like. The displaying of web pages can be handled by this language, that is nothing but a text formatting language. How your text will be look like maybe the images or anything, any type of content should be displayed in web pages in the what format, that can be decided by this hypertext markup language. Here hypertext is nothing but it refers to the way of web pages are linked with each other, like how a single page will be linked by using of links, right? So one element can be linked with other element by using of links, like how the web pages should be linked with each other. So that should be referred by using this hypertext. Like hypertext links will be there in your web page. So when you click on that hyperlink, your web page which you are in the web page, that should be redirected to the other page, like you will be moved to the other page when you click on particular link. So that link is nothing but a hyperlink. So you are connecting web pages through a hyperlink, so that we call as a hypertext. Hypertext refers to the way of web pages are linked with each other. So next, this markup, you can see the name markup. So what, why we use this markup, why it called as a markup language? That is nothing but any language by using tags is nothing but a markup language. If you are using any tags, like for formatting an HTML document or web page, you are going to use some tags. So tags is nothing but some closing tag and opening tag, some two types of tags will be there. So you, if you are using such tags, I think you are familiar with tags, then that is novel. If you are getting started newly, so you don't know what is meant by tags. For example, tags means if you are having a head tag or a body tag, or if you are having any element, some paragraph element will be there, then that how that paragraph should be displayed in web page means by using a paragraph tag, that is p tag. We have a p tag for the paragraph. So usage of tags for to structure the web page, that is nothing but a markup. So you are using tags, so that is nothing but a markup. So the name comes because the usage of tags to structure the web page. So this is a markup language. Not only HTML, we have a XML. So XML means that is that is also a markup language, but it is a extended level markup language. So if you, there also you are using some tags like app settings, like some tags will be there for that also. So any language which is having tags to structure the web page, that is nothing but a markup. So the name comes like this, hypertext markup language. This is nothing but a text formatting language also. This is nothing but a developing a web page for applications. Web pages are text files containing HTML. So this is nothing but HTML. I think how the name comes, you understood, right? Next, a normal text surrounded by a bracketed tag. Some brackets will be there. For example, I said paragraph tag as a p tag. So how you will include that as a p? If you are writing p element, that then that should be not tell as a tag. So some bracketed tags will be there. We have brackets like closing bracket and opening bracket, like that. Some bracketed tags that tell the browser how to display the web pages. So we are not if you are writing anything, or if you are any person is writing letter, you are telling them like the title should be go in the red color, write like this much size you have to write, like you can tell. But while you are seeing information in your web page, you can't able to tell or communicate with the browser, right? So this should be displayed in a like this. Browser is nothing but web, right? Website or web building is nothing but we are interacting with a web or a browser. So this should be displayed like this. Your language should not be understood with a machine language. So what a language you are using? You are using this bracketed tags language, that is a markup language. By using this hypertext markup language, you are going to create web pages, and you are telling the browser to how to display the web pages. So the browser will understand you are telling me that, so this paragraph should be this size. So it is giving paragraph, you are writing first a heading tag is nothing but a h1 tag. In headings we have so many different types of headings, h1, h2, h3, up to h6 tags will be there. You are telling me h1 tag should be there, after that some paragraph tag will be there. So you are telling the web page like first I have to get the heading this much. So if you can also style them like this much of a sizing also you can give, like After which of first a heading will be there, next paragraph will be there, next this image will be there, next some another paragraph will be there. Like you are telling the web browser that your web page should be displayed like this by using this language, that is nothing but a HTML, that is a markup language, hypertext markup language. Next one point which you have to remember while doing things, that is the pages should end with .html. If you are having HTML document, then the pages should be end with .html. Not only with pages, when you are normally doing or practicing anything, so you should include that file. So how the internet will understand that the file is a hypertext markup language with only this extension. If the file name is will be there, index or any module or any file, file1 or file2 .html you should include, or .htm also can be taken. .htm or .html should be considered as an HTML file or document. That file is should be related. Sometimes we have now MP3, MP4 we can create, or we will have a .ppt type or .pdf type, like that we'll have. This is a HTML type of file. So if you run that in the browser, then you will get the browser will understand your HTML language, and that will display according to the output in the web browser. So like this, the pages end with .html or .htm. Next, a HTML editor. So what can be a HTML editor? Where you can practice means you will have a you can use Notepad or anywhere you can create a file. You can name that file and you can have .html. So that should be considered as a HTML file only. You can open in any applicable browser. So like a VS Code, you can open Visual Studio, and some files will be there. Notepad, in Notepad also you can open that file. So you can open the bracket, some software will be there, like some applications will be there where you can open HTML files also. Or in Notepad also you can open and you can write your content. You can save that as .html. You can open in web browser to view the output. So a word process that has been specialized to make a writing of HTML documents more effortlessly. So writing HTML document will be more effortlessly. It's like Notepad plus plus. You can use Notepad, or these things you can use for HTML scripting. So by having extraction, they should be considered as HTML only. No any type of other things. So this is nothing but a introduction about HTML. And next, HTML5. Not only with HTML we can create web pages, we can also add some colors to it, some finishing to it, like to make it a beautiful or attractive web pages. We can make use of this CSS, that is nothing but a cascading style sheets. So by using CSS, we can make your web page look attractive, and some you can add some colors and some styles to your elements, like this type of fonts you can use, this type of colors you can use, this much of size or this much of padding, so margin. So you can make your website look more attractive by using the CSS. And also by adding this JavaScript is nothing but, I told you now, some scripting will be there. Some scripting, how the scripting helps in your web pages means, scripting is a thing which makes your static web pages into a dynamic. For example, if you are using only HTML with the tags, if you are using, and again you are having adding some CSS stylings to it, then the web page will be look correct only. So if you want to make the things into more interactive with the user, like to make any interaction between the user and the website, you should make use of the scripting, that is nothing but JavaScript. So by using JavaScript, you can make your website interactive. Like client side scripting you can use if you are at a client, and if you are at backside and you are using server side, that moment you can also use server side scripting, like that. So JavaScript is a thing which making static web pages into dynamic web pages by using scripting language. So this is also helps your website to look more attractive and to get more users into your website, like that. So using of these things will make your website more interactive, and also client will be happier to use those websites which you are interact with them. If there any website is a static one, only seeing the things and reading things, that will be not fun or entertain the client. So if your websites are entertaining, then everyone will have more likely to come and use that thing. So right, so using of JavaScript is also main important thing. So learn while you are developing any web application, starting things. So HTML along with CSS to make your website. So if you consider HTML as a normal thing, the CSS is a styling. If your normal person is there, if you are having any house, for example building a house, so you are making colors to that house, then it is normal construction. After construction, normal house will be there, you consider that as a HTML. So after adding colors and adding things and making doors and windows, these all the things is nothing but a CSS. You are coloring your house. And what is meant by JavaScript? It means having electricity your house, like making the things brighter, like connecting the things. So this is nothing but a JavaScript, making connection to your house, like electricity and everything. This is nothing but JavaScript. So that makes your house a fulfilled house, like completed house, like that. So use of these three things will be important for a basic HTML web page or any website. So other than things, we have so many technologies comes under, like front end you're using something and back end something. So more many technologies, different types of technologies are there for creating web pages. The basic things you should know before getting started is these things: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The three main parts of web developing to get started into. And next continuation of this HTML5 we are going to discuss now is the HTML5. This is nothing but today's need for the internet, including like a better structure will be there in HTML5, and some drawings will be there in HTML5, and new elements for media content. They have given some new elements for the media content, like images and some new things are getting in the coming versions, right? So this HTML version is for new elements for media content. Also it is getting some elements, like developing some new elements for the better usage of those tags, like that. And better form handling, for example some forms will be there, login form will be there, and some in some websites you can see some login forms and the register forms and some sign up forms, or some application filling, like some so many forms. If any website there is a minimum one form will be there, like login form or a register form, like that. So for by using this HTML file, it will address, like it will having this all the things which are need of the internet in nowadays, like form handling should be important. And for media content, nowadays media is the only thing which we can see in the websites. Like by using websites or web technologies, most benefited is media only, media content. And for better structuring of web pages and for drawing purposes, this HTML5 having all these things version in this version. So these many things are addressed in the today's needs of internet, including these things. And next, HTML5, which browser supports this HTML5? When we discuss these things, the latest version can be supported by all the versions like this, like Apple Safari and Google Chrome is supporting, in Mozilla Firefox and Opera. So all these support many HTML5 features. So some mobile web browsers also, like that comes under pre-installed on iPhones, iPads, and Android mobiles, will have excellent support for this HTML5. So these every browser, I think mostly all browsers support this HTML5. We can run in any computer which are having these versions. Next, coming to the latest version, what they have included in this HTML5 version means like better support for local offline storage. Like if you are having local offline storage also, then that is giving best support. And new form controls also implemented, like calendar, date, time, email, URL, search, etc. Some new tags is also added in the new features in the coming versions. Next, the canvas elements for sketching also, drawing is also addressed in this today's need of internet, right? We are having drawings also in some websites. Next, the video and audio elements for media backup, backplay, or like a playback. So all these things are included in the coming features, new features we can say in the HTML5, like SRC and audio. We have video RSC tag, and we are getting this audio also allows audio and video tags erasable, like this, like image such as source tag, like these things. New content specific elements such as article, footer, header, navigation section, like elements also getting new things like article. Previously previous versions we haven't have this tags like article and footer, header, and navigation section. It is included in this version. And next, forms 2.0 and client side validation is also included here, and forms 2.0. And next, native browser support for audio and video. So native browser support which are not supported by audio and video in the previous version, now it is also included. So these are the new features which we can say in the HTML. In the next slide, we have this HTML structure you should know before getting started in the HTML. What is HTML means? I think you haven't know till now. So we haven't discussed what is meant by HTML structure will be, or HTML structure how we should look like means it is having elements and tags, begins with a HTML tag and ends with a closing HTML tag. So you can see some text will be there and some bracketed tags. So this is HTML tag we called as open bracket HTML close. This is totally one tag, opening tag we can say. And if you have a brackets slash HTML, this is called as a closing tag. If you open this tag, you should close that tag. So HTML tag and HTML tag. The HTML document will open with HTML tag and close with HTML tag. So closing HTML tag. So this will be like this, begins with HTML and ends with HTML closing tag. Elements means, what is meant by elements means tags only that are nested inside the another element. Like elements, we can call it as a title element, we can call it as a head element. So all these are elements only, body element. So all the things which are included in this HTML tag, or we can call it as a HTML elements. So a head element. So if your person will be there, what will be there? Head will be there and body will be there. Like the similar wise, if it is a HTML document or HTML type of file, so you should having a header tag and a body tag. Head tag is comes top and next body tag. So in the head tag you should have title tag. Here you can see in the head tag you will have title tag and welcome. In the body tag you will have contents of your web page. So the things which are included in the head tag is not visible to the client at the web page. These are things are the metadata information should be given in the head tag. Whereas in the body tag you should have contents of your web page, like the things which should be displayed to the web browser, in the web browser to the user or client we can say. So that things can be included in the body tag. So that things only seen in the output in the web page we can call it as. HTML describe the structure using two main sections, that is a head tag and body tag. This will be the HTML structure overall. The HTML should start with this HTML tag and should have head tag and a body tag. The head tag, the information should be a metadata that should not be visible at the end of the client side, whereas the body tag, which the data should be included in the body tag, that should be only displayed to the user at the client end at the output and the web browser. So in the next video, we are going to see about basic HTML tags, what will be there and how the things will be seen in the web page. What are the different types of tags we have? So in this video, we are stopping here in the HTML structure. We have seen so many things about HTML5. What is meant by HTML, HTML hypertext markup language, and how that should be saved .html extension or HTML. Next, editors, what we can use, what is meant by language, like why the use of HTML we have seen, and along with the HTML, watching what things should be needed to your web page to make a basic HTML web page. And next, what are the things in the HTML5 version will be there for answering for addressing today's needs of internet, including form handling and drawing better structure and new elements for media content. Like new elements means having audio, video, and version 2.0 forms and controls like URL, email, etc. So many things we have in the new features of HTML5. And it also supports so many web browsers like Apple Safari, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, so on. And this is will be the overall structure. In the next video, we are going to see each and every tags. We have basic tags we should know before getting started in the HTML. We are going to see in that video. So to get notified each time when we upload a new video, so if you want to get a late update when we are going to upload in the next video related to basic tags, you should click the bell icon. So then only you will get update about our videos, and when we are updating, you will get notified each time when we upload a new video. So click on the bell icon while you are subscribing. Subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this. Like this video if you get any new point in this video, and if you like this video, give a big thumbs up below. And if you have any doubts regarding to these things, you can feel free to comment in the comment section. And also, if you want to give any suggestions to me or to improve my tutorials, feel free to comment in the comment section. I will definitely take your suggestions and try to improve myself to give better outputs. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell icon below. Bye bye. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel Twitter Things. In the previous videos, we have seen what is about web technology and what are the things you should know before getting started into web development course. Like all these things we have seen in the previous videos, and introduction to HTML we have seen, and what are the structure of HTML we have seen. What is meant by HTML, and what are the websites, and what are the web pages are called as. So all these things we have seen. If you haven't watched those videos, please go visit our channel and go to the playlist, and you will find all these videos in the series format. You will first go through those videos and then come to this video. That will help you a lot. And in this video we are going to see about a basic HTML tags, which we should know before getting started into web development course, that is related to HTML web pages. Creating web pages, you should know HTML, where HTML is consists of a tags. So in this video we are going to discuss about different tags which we are having in the HTML. So before getting started into this video, one single point I have to mention, that is subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon below to get notified each time when we upload a new video. And if you like this video, give a big thumbs up below. That motivates me actually to give a better content and better outputs for you. So let's get started. So this is the basic HTML tags which we have a HTML at the top of the document, like HTML tag, which tells the particular which tells the browser that this document is related to HTML. And next, HTML have these two important tags, that is head tag and a body tag. Where head tag is a tag which contains a metadata information about your document and those things, and this the data which is included in the head tag is not seen in the browser, like it is not seen to the client as a output in the web page, whereas the content included in the body can be visible to the client in the web page as an output. So these are the two main tags which we see in the HTML document, that is header tag and a body tag. This is the angular brackets which we see in entire the text and the angular brackets together called it as a tag, HTML tag. And next, one more tag, that is a title tag. In the header tag we should have this title tag, which title tag is a use it to give the title for your web document. So this web title is not seen in your web page, but it is seen in the head top of the web page. That is the name of the web page, we can say. The title we can give for the web page by using this title tag. And next we have some heading tags, that is headers, we can say. For any web page, you can see some heading will be there. The news heading, we can say, some news website or any Amazon website, Flipkart, some heading, some text will be there in the terms of Wikipedia, like that. So what is the what you are going to search, that should be indicated in a like headings will be somewhat big in size, according when compared with the paragraph, right? So there are different types of sizes in these headings, from H1 to H6, where H1 is the largest one and H6 is the smallest one, compared to the size of that particular text, we can say. So H1 is the largest, I mean biggest heading, whereas S6 is the smallest one. And next we have paragraph tag, that is a P tag, and we have one more tag that is called a BR tag, that is a break tag. If you want to break particular line, then you can use this BR tag to break that particular line. And next we have HR, that is a horizontal tag, that is if you want to have any horizontal line, then you can use this HR tag, then the horizontal line will be displayed in your web browser. That is, these tags interact with the web browser, that is tell the web browser to display like this, like format the text like this. The information which I have to showcase in the web page should be displayed like this. So these tags will tell the browser to how to display the content, how to display the text. So this language is known as a text formatting language. Okay. So next we have the comments, like we can comment the particular thing in your web page. Like we know, in any programming language we have comments for so many which contain so many advantages for you, like it make your code easily readable. Like if anyone wants to view your code, then they will understand easily, like this case is related to this thing, this particular text is, this particular code is related to this particular thing. This can be easily known for other person other than the person who have written the code,
by using these comments, right? So if you want to comment the particular line which is not to be visible in the web browser, but it should be in your code to for clear understanding or for what any purpose, you can use this comments. The symbol of the comment is the last one, that is angular bracket open and exclamatory dot dot, and then close the angular bracket. So this is the comment which comment like a format you can write text in that, so that the particular thing will be commented. Next, coming to the heading tag. So we discussed about like headings, right? There are six type of headings. Here is the example. This is a heading tag used to provide headings in a HTML file. The heading tag starts from H1 to H6. I told you now, so H1 is the highest size, we can say. For most of the headings, they prefer for H1, the highest one. The big size will be the heading. So right, then that should be clearly visible for the client at the web browser, right? So this is the HTML document, then HTML tag should be there, and next in the body, the content which is should be in the included in the body tag, that should be displayed in our web page, but not the content display included in the head tag. Okay, so in this body tag, what we have written the HTML text in the h1 tag. This h1 tag should be fulfilled only when we have a h1 open tag and h1 close tag. Here h1 angular bracket h1 and close tag with h1 angular bracket. So this is h1. You can see the size of the HTML text. This is this much. And next we have basic tags, text with the h2 tag. So somewhat my size of the text is somewhat lesser than the h1, and h3 is somewhat lesser than h2, and h4 is somewhat lesser than h3, and h5 is somewhat lesser than h4, and h6 is somewhat lesser than h5. So the smallest size we can say is a h6 tag. So this is the output we can see, observe easily. So this is the sizing of headings. We have h1 to h6 tags. I think everyone is clear with this. We'll go to the next basic tag. So that is nothing but a paragraph tag. Here p tag defines a paragraph tag. The browser automatically adds space before and after the each element of p element. Some browser will understand these tags, right? A browser with this tags tells the browser to display this content like a paragraph. Here p tag, you are writing any content under the p tag is nothing but this p tag is telling the browser that you should display this content as a paragraph. Okay, so what this paragraph additionally do means, this paragraph element is additionally having some feature like that will add space before each element and after the p element, like before starting a paragraph and after the paragraph, that it automatically add the space. Like that paragraph should be started in the new line, like that. It is not an like inline element. I'll tell you what is meant by in the in coming videos. Just you should know that p if you are using a p element, then that should be displayed in new line, and that will add space before and after that element. Okay, and next we have one more tag that is related to break tag. So break tag I have also discussed, that is br. So what this br tag will do means, that will break the line. For example, I have written a paragraph. The paragraph tags are used to define a block of text of paragraph, but here between I have what I have written means br tag. So what this br tag is actually doing is, it is breaking down the particular text into a new line. Okay, it is breaking the line. So this block of text as a paragraph is coming as output in the next line. So defines a up to that, it should be considering it as a single line. So like this p tag, in that they have given a heading h2 header tag, which is not a what is a big size but lesser than the h1 tag. So he learn HTML, and next we have a paragraph element. The paragraph element adding some space after that element and before that element. And here you're using BR tag, so that is breaking the line, and it is coming in the next line block of text or as a paragraph. So this is the example of paragraph tag and a break tag. And next we have this horizontal rule. Horizontal rule is nothing but a horizontal tag, like we can call it as a horizontal rule tag. What this element do, we can call it as a tags is also as a elements. So tags is nothing but it's a particular element, we can say, like paragraph element, like h2 header element, like that we can say. This is a hr element which cause the browser to display a horizontal rule or horizontal line in your document. If you want to give a horizontal line, for example, if you are writing any notes that a particular content is completed, then you just draw a line. Like how browser will draw a line when you want to line if you want to line in your web page. So that should be done by using this HR rule, or we can call as horizontal rule or horizontal line tag. So if you give an HR tag, this HR tag is not having any closing tag or open tag. It is just a single tag only. Okay. So here I have written a HTML some example body tag, and in that body tag what I have written is some paragraph tag I have written. So in that paragraph I have written a heading, learn HTML, and next to another more paragraph, the paragraph tags that are defined using define a block of text as a paragraph. Here I am giving a BR line, so that is breaking. Up to here we know. So now what I am including is HR. HR tag I am including. That is nothing but is giving a horizontal line there. And next we are having another paragraph, that is the tag HR gives a horizontal line. Here horizontal line you can see in the output, that is getting a horizontal line, and next this tag is getting there. So this is nothing but a horizontal or a horizontal tag which is used to draw a line, like a horizontal line will be there in your document, in your web page. So next tag is nothing but a doc type. Like doc type is nothing but a document type tag. So this gives the instruction to the web browser about the version of HTML used. That, like which version of your HTML that is using, that a particular browser supports which version of the HTML tag, that should be uh, that should be shared by this tag only to the web browser. The code which we have written is communicating with the web browser, like how your web page should be built or displayed, like so this tag is used to document type must be a first line of your web page. This should be top. For example, if you are going to ask anything, first what you will tell you, what your name, right? If you want to go and discuss, communicate with other, what you will do, first you will tell your name. I am so and so person, I'm getting for this, and I should want to get this information, like that only. This document type tag should be in the first line of your web page, because the why means this tag is giving the instructions to the web browser about the version of HTML used in your code. Like there are so many versions of HTML, right? And now we are using the HTML5 version. So who tell you that I'm using this version of code I am writing? The web browser will understand by using this tag. So this tag tells you that which version of HTML you are using to the web browser. So this gives the instruction to the web browser about the version of HTML used. And this should be you should know first what version you are using. Then only it can debug the code, and you should understand what type of things you have written in your code. So that should be included in your first line of your web page. That should be in the top of your code. Okay. So this angular bracket open and exclamatory doc type HTML. So the HTML of doc, this is document of which type HTML, and that will tell the which version to the web browser. Okay. So next in the HTML tag should be open, and that we have to be body. Here no need of having a head tag to for every document. Without head tag can also you have a HTML document, and with the body what type of content should be displayed in your web page, that can be included in your body. So these things are much enough for creating a sample document. No need of a compulsory or mandatory for a head document. Okay, next this is nothing but a representation of HTML5, we can say. So this is the doc type of tag. And next we have comments. We told you that the comment which is adding additional information to the HTML page, which will be not displayed in the browser. If you don't want to get a particular line in your web browser, then that should be included in the comments, right? So this comments helps the coder or other person to understand the code in a better way. Okay, tags are this is nothing but additional information to the HTML code or web page, but it should not be displayed in the web page or web browser or the output at the client side, we can say. So the tag should be look like this, like angular bracket and exclamatory and dash dash, and the last of the text you should give a dash dash, and the angular bracket should be closed like that. This is an example. You can say document type HTML, and HTML tag is open, in that body tag is open, and the body tag we have one comment. Body tag contains the details that is displayed in the web page. The web page details should be included in the body tag. I have given some comment there. And next written the contents which should be displayed in the web page. And next closing the body tag, and next closing the HTML tag. So the thing which you have written in the comment, that should not be displayed in the browser, in the web page as an output to the client. So this is the additional information added to the code to give better clarity about the code. Some not only some web pages will be there. There are so many lines of code for the web pages. To make it easier, to make it understand clearly, we should use these comments. A better way to use so better programming skills to use these comments only in your code. So that will give you better impaction or perfection to your code, like that. And so that's all for this video, and next to in the other video we are going to see tables, list, and those things. In this video we are completed the basic tags which we have seen in normal HTML we should know. So these things we have covered in this video. So this video is becoming lengthy, so I'm stopping here and we'll like continue in the next video. So until then, keep watching our videos and subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon below. So to if you're clicking the bell icon below, then you will get notified each time when we upload a new video. So if you like this video, give a big thumbs up below. And if you have any doubts regarding to these basic tags and any other related tags, you can feel free to comment in the comment section. And if you're having any suggestions for me to improve my communication skills or any give better outputs, or you can ask me to include any videos like this. So any concepts also you can ask me in the comment section. So that's all for today, or you can give me any suggestions also. I feel free to give me suggestions. I will take your suggestions and improve my videos or outputs. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel Tutor Things. So, yeah, in these tutorials, we have seen so many things from starting from web technologies and their terminologies and what is meant by web development and what are websites and web pages. And we have seen what is HTML structure, what is HTML actually it is means like which web browser supports this HTML5 version. So we have seen so many things. If you haven't watched those videos, please visit my channel and go to the playlist and watch all the videos. Not only this, we have made this HTML tutorials with the W3 Schools website also, which is a very cool website where we can practice within the online editor, that is a private editor. So that is the main advantage of W3 Schools. You can simply practice there at the online while you're learning the things, right? So in this video we are going to see about tables, links, and image tag and semantic tags. All these things we are going to cover in this video, so don't skip this video and watch till end. Before getting started, one thing I have to mention, that is, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon below. So if you are clicking the bell icon, then you will get notified each time when we upload a new video, so that you will never miss any update from us and any video of ours. So make sure that you have clicked the bell icon. If you like this video, give a big thumbs up below, and if you have any comments, feel free to comment in the comment section, and share this video to your friends also who are in the basic level of learning web development like these things. We are clearly explaining things with a clear picture and giving all this information in a particular video. So let's get started. So in this video we are discussing about tables is nothing but it's a table format which should be displayed in a web page. If you want to give any data in the form of table in your web page, then you have to use this table tags and these things in your web page code or HTML code. So for creating a table, we should have this table tag. So for any tag you should have some attributes, coming to attributes is nothing but the specialties, or that should be features, we can say. The table should have the feature like a border should be one. So this is the thing, but attribute of a table is border. So likewise, for each and every tag we have some attributes like that. This is a table tag which is having attribute as border, and giving the value for that attribute is one. So border of one table I am going to print in my web page. So table border one. And next we have one thing called as call group. So what this call group actually this tag refers to means, this uh, column group is nothing but is a it's a tag which is used to group the columns. So for each and every column we give the same styling, right? So instead of that, to give different types of styling for each and every column, we use this call group. So by using this call group, we can have this call tags, and you can give styling for each and every tag. Unique styling you can give for all the columns like that by using this call group. And next we have one more called as a tr is nothing but like a table row. For every row we call it as a tr. For it, you wanna have one row, then you should use this tr tag. In that we are including a caption. For any table we should have the table name, right? So caption should be there. So you can use this caption tag for giving caption to any table. So caption name Not only for table, you can use this caption tag at any place, maybe grabs or anything, you can use this caption tag. And next tr class is closing tag. So opening tag is one there, one tag, and the closing a tag is one. So in between you have to write your content that should be displayed in your web page. And next we have this t head. T head is nothing but a table head. So upper part table head will be a headings, right? So table headings will be there. So in the t head we should have a t row. In the single row we should get all these things. So in the head tag we should have a row tr, and that we have this table headings like table head, like a table head id, that is should be in a uh, bigger size, right? So it should be like a header part. So table head id and table head name and table head age and table head address. Now the row is completed, you can close the tr tag. Now the head part is also completed, now head tag also is closed. So now open the body tag, t body. So t body is the t body tag, which is a table body, you can call it as. Not the table body, how many rows you want. So you can use that trs, like 3 rows I want, you can use 3, or 4 rows you want, you can use 4. So tr should be open and should be closed. In between what should you should have table data. So td tag, table data, what you have here. So 101 is the table data, and in that row only, in that tr only. Next td johan, and next age is 20. And next we have one attribute we can include in the td is row span. Row span is nothing but how much span, like how much length your row should be. So you should take 1 row span or 2 row span. Actually it is taking a minimum size for row. It's considered, if you haven't given any attribute, it takes as a one span, okay. If you are giving span 2, then it take double the size of that row, okay. Now here you can see Ganapati is the name which we having a row span of 2. You can see the size of the Ganapati here in this. So that the row span 2 we are including for this td, this data, table data. So it is getting displayed like this. So next we have next we have another row with the values of TD as table data is 202, and name is Mini, and age is 19. And here we don't have any name. The row span 2 is already completed. Ganapati is same for both the things. So row span 2 is completed. So these things will be gone in the first row only. Next, third row we have table data of 103 and Ivan name, and age 23, and address is Coimbatore. Now it is not having any row span attribute, then it considered as a 1 row span. Here 1 row is coming, here 2 rows are taking for this address Ganapati. And now the body tag is completed, the table body is over. Now they are, what they are doing means table footer, like foot. Table foot will be there. In the table foot, what they are doing, they are adding one row tr tag with 1 row. And in that tr tag, what they are adding, table data they are adding. Sorry, table data they are adding of call span 3. They are adding call span, like 3 rows they are taking call span of 3. The total employees will be there. And next they are adding in the table data as 3, right? And the table data as 3. So now they are closing this tr tag. Like what they are doing means call span 2, how you are using call means columns, they column span they will consider, 3 column span they will consider. Here row span means they will consider 2 row span. Like that, this row span and row span and column span attributes will be used while using this table data or table rows, so this kind of things, okay. Now you have to close that table tag, you have to close to complete the table. So complete output will be like this, caption and with headers and border as one, and table data will be like this, which is having this Ganapati as a 2 row span. And next this is 3 column span, like this will be. Now you can see the coloring, now all are rows, but why these 2 rows are this color and this 1 row is this color means, by using this call group, you are grouping some columns which is having a two columns should be styling of this, and a rest of will be this. So another one will be this, like that we are grouping the columns and giving different stylings for the column, instead of having a single styling for each and every column. So this is the use of call group, and this is the entire table tag how you have to use to create a table in your web page. I think everyone is clear. TR is nothing but table row, and TD is the table data, and TH is the table heading, in which you can use this T head, T body, and T foot. This is not mandatory to creating a table. You can use normally, or you can skip this T head, T body, and T footer. You can generally create a table without these things also. We by using TRT, HTD, like these things. This is the table format. You can try this example to get the correct practice on these things. And next we have this HTML list tags. So list tags is nothing but this creates an ordered and unordered list for the contents of the web page. If you are having so many contents with a clumsy manner, then it should not creating a correct paragraph or naming or like a numbering like that. You can use this ordered list or unordered list type of listing in your web page. Ordered list is nothing but OL, unordered list is nothing but UL. This OL tag and UL tag will be used for ordered and unordered list respectively. The tag will be defining the list item. So li in that, if you are using a order list, your order list will be started with the OL tag. In that, what are the items you are going to mention in that list should be indicated by using this list item, that is li tag. So li. Next, attribute type. You should also have an attribute type, like what type of uh, symbols you should be displayed for numbering those things. So numbered with number, so 1 1 2 3, like those numbers will be come for your list, or numbered with capital case alphabets you can also list, and numbered with small case alphabets also you can number, and you can also number with uppercase Roman letters. In Roman letters also we can have uppercase and lowercase alphabets, up capital and smaller. Like these different types of attributes, a type of the numbering can be decided while ordering, while listing the thing items as an ordered list or as an unordered list. Okay, so these are the example of list tags in the HTML. So basically I am having an example, that is HTML. In that body we have basic tags. We are using OL tag first of all. Here by type attribute, what I am mentioning is one. That is nothing but you are telling the browser that use this type as one, means you should list these items based upon numbering. Okay, one order list, right? So li, in order list only you should have this type attribute. You can't see this type attribute in unorder list. Okay, this should be order, right? So type is equal to one, paragraph, heading, line break, and horizontal line. These are the line elements. Okay, a list of elements, like list elements. Here li is nothing but, you can see the output here, basic tags. Here one, type as one, right? So 1 2 3 is numbering will be there, paragraph, heading, line break, and horizontal line. Basic tags is completed. Now what they are giving is formatting tags. Formatting tags means UL. Here I am using unordered list. In the unordered list there is no attribute like as a type, but we can have this style. Like what type of style you can give to the unordered list. Like unordered list is nothing but there should not, they not be numbered. It is not numbered or alphabet or lowercase like that. They should have some symbols, like here you can see list style type. If you given that as a square or disc bullets or circles or circle squares, square or squares, or nothing will be if you give none, nothing will be there. It's just listed in the format only. No symbols will be there like that. So UL, next list items will be ball, strong, code. These are the list items where we are giving square. So here you can see formatting tag, square, square, square boxes will be there for each and every item. So like this you can give numbers, and you can also use for like this formats or styles we can say. So this is the order list and this is the unordered list. You can see example in a clear picture, right? So type attribute use it for order list, and formatting list style attribute use it. In that style too you have this list style type. You should give like this the value, name of that attribute, and next we have these things like disk bullets also. You can give a circles or squares, or you can give as none also. So next we have these links. Links, why we use this
links means to navigate from one web page to another web page. We said that website is nothing but a collection of web pages, right? But how you can navigate to from one page to another page, that is the answer is by using this hyperlinks. By using this hyperlinks, you are going to navigate from one web page to another web page, or any one part of web page to other part of web page. Not only from navigating from one page to other page, it also helps us to navigate from one part of the web page to other part of the page. In the case of a long website, you can see some websites will be there, the single page will be there, but it is so long lengthy, you can't search the particular item where it should be. So some links will be given at the top of the web page. If you click on the particular link, then you should be redirected to the particular part of that web page. So that can be done by using this hyperlinks. So hyperlink is nothing but a link format by which is which is created by using this anchor tag. Anchor tag is nothing but is a hyperlink, can be a text or image which is clickable. Either hyperlink is not only be a text, it can also be an image which is clickable. The clickable part is nothing but a hyperlink, that may be text or image, that can be created in the HTML code by using this anchor tag, that is a tag we can call it as. So in this a tag also we have some attributes, like that link they have given, but when you click on the particular link, that should be directed to what? So we have to give the reference where it should be. So for that we have these attributes, that is called as href and target, where this href attribute defines the destination location, to where you have to navigate if you are going to click on that particular link, right? So href is defines the destination location. And next we have a target attribute also. What this target attribute basically does means it defines where the target page must be opened, where you have to open. You have to go into that particular region. Okay, that is well and good. But where? Like in that web page only, or it should be in another web page, or it should be a parent of that web page. Like where it should be opened, that should be decided by this target attribute. And to where, which destination location you have to grow, you have to move by clicking on that particular link, should be decided by this href attribute. So here you can see the example, some body will be there of HTML, and next a anchor tag. So for any hyperlink you have to use this anchor tag. Anchor tag should be opened with anchor a, and this attributes should be included in that opening tag only. So href is equal to, you can give uh, this link like paragraph.html. So you should while clicking on that particular, here you can have text, here is a click, here is a text, in that we have this anchor attribute. If you click here, you should be redirected to the paragraph.html web page. Okay, so this is the example for this. There is no mandatory for use this type of attribute, that is target, that is extra one you will be added, like you can tell the web page where the target should be opened, or without that also you can have this hyperlink. So here is the target values. If you are going to use target attribute also, what value should be given to target you should know, right? So for target values you should use this blank, underscore blank, or underscore self, or underscore parent, or underscore top, or frame name you can give. So what this underscore blank value, if you given target value as underscore blank, then that should open the linked page in the new window or new tab. So if you are using some web page, that if you click on this link which is having a target attribute with the value blank, then that should be open in a new window or new tab. And again, if a target value will be a underscore self, then open the linked page in the same frame as it is clicked, or it is default. If you haven't given any target, then you should consider that as a self. Then that is nothing but you are telling them to open the link in the same frame when it is clicked, like that. So if you given a value as parent, then that should open the linked page in a parent frame, which is the parent frame which you are in, that in that frame only it will open that. So if you are giving underscore top, that means the linked page in the full body of the window, that should be open in the full body of the window, not in the uh, frame, like that. So it will comes in the full body of the frame. Next, you can also use this frame name. Frame name means what? Means opens the linked page in a named frame, like which you give the name of the frame, then that should be open in that frame only, like that. So these things also you have to parent frame you can open in the named frame, you can open, and you can open in the full body of the window. You can go to the new window or new tab, and you can also open in the same frame or in the same page, you can say. And next, you can have one more thing, that is the internal links. Links can also be created inside large document to simplify navigation, as we told you, right? So in the single page only, you can have these links. So those type of links you can call it as the internal links. In that particular document, it is a large size of document that can be simplified for navigation purpose. We can use that links, that is called as the internal links. Next, we have this image tag. So what this image tag is actually means this defines an image in the HTML page. If you want to if you want to display any image in your web page, then how should be display this image? You simply by telling that will not going to display, right? So you have to write that in the code, which is understandable by the browser. So like this, we have this image tag in the HTML. So this image tag defines an image in the HTML page. This image tag also having attributes like the same other tags like anchor tag, href, and these tags how we are having attribute. Image tag also having attribute. If you are giving an image, then that should tell you the source, right, from where you are getting this image. So that source will be there. That is the URL of the image. Next, alternative. That is alternate text is displayed if the image is not displayed in the web page. For example, in some cases, some internet issues or some any source in the place of source we are not having that particular image. At the time of difficulty, you should have nothing in your web page. So at that time, you can use this alternate text, like this images of this type, like you can give extra information to the client or the person at the web page, so that if there any delay in displaying the image, then they understand this particular you are having some image of this type, they will understand. So this alternate text will be displayed if the image is not displayed in the web page, maybe of other reasons, like maybe of internet issue or maybe other reasons, you will get this alternate text, right? Next, height of the image, you can also give how much height that image should be in your web page, or how much width your image will be, you can give by using this height and width attributes. Okay, image tag with source attribute, alternate attribute, alt attribute, and height attribute, and a width attribute. Okay, here is the example. Here HTML tag and next body, where you have this image source, like from which path you are going, you are fetching that image. Okay, from which path you are fetching that image. In the E drive, in the HTML5 folder, we have this tag .jpg file. So from that source I am getting the image, and alternate text I am writing is image cannot be displayed. If the image is not clearly displayed, then this text will be displayed at the particular point. Okay, so image map is a map with clickable area. The map tag is used to define a client side image map. So some other tag will be there, like that is called as a map. Image map is a map with clickable area. You can give some clickable area particular image. It's like entire image will not be clickable. In the image, you can have some clickable part. So you can do that things by using this map tag. So this map tag, what the does do means, it is used to define a client side image map, like that. This particular part you can map. If you want to click on that particular thing, then that should respond so and so, like that. You can do such type of things by using this image map. So alternate text is used, height and weight also you can, width also you can mention. So like so and so pixel image should be look like that in your web page. And next, we have next is a semantic tags. What is this semantic tag means? Semantic element is a clearly described its meaning to both browser and the developer. So like not only so some tags will be there, like anchor tag, a tag, and image tag, img. So these tags are understandable or language by the browser, right? What is this semantic tags means? Not only the browser, but you can also understand the meaning of that particular tag. So that is nothing but a semantic element. A semantic element clearly describes its meaning to both the browser and the developer. For example, form, table, and article. So this type of things, the name of the particular element is the tag itself, right? So form, table, you can understand by seeing the name, right? So next, the div tag defines a division or a session in the HTML document. And next we have some tag called as a div. Div is nothing but a division, some part, okay, some division or a section we can say in the HTML document, some part, so we can call as div. And next, non-semantic tags will be there. So non-semantic elements is nothing but div and span. So these are not a semantic element. Is a non-semantic elements. There are two type of elements, semantic and non-semantic. The form, table, and article, this comes under semantic, and some are divisions like the spats, span, and div is comes under non-semantic. Where HTML5, the latest version, offers a set of new tags that provides the ability to mark up the sections of the document more descriptively than it could be in HTML. So now HTML5 version is having new features, so many new features they're implemented. Like they are helping the developers to make an ability to mark up the sections of document more descriptive. Like you can see the example here, whereas HTML 4.01 we have like this. Like in the div part we have to write id is equal to header. We have to first divide the sessions, and next we have to make things as convenient to ourselves, like sidebar. We should give an id as sidebar, and we should write a css or html related to that to make it as a sidebar. Or for div we have to write content, and for class post, and post, some post will be there for particular divs. So we have to write everything by ourselves. There is no particular features that they are telling that those things are not. So in this HTML5 new version, what they have created means they have given is some descriptive tags, like they are having a sections of document more descriptive than other versions. Like you will have a header. For a header you don't have to divide that session as a header, and next write that as id as a header, and write related classes as a header. No need of all those things. But you have a one tag is nothing but a header. So by having using that tag, that consider that as a header tag. Next we have nav tag, and they have main tag, and article tags, article. Next I have a footer tag. We have all these tags in this new version, that is HTML5, which makes our work easy. That is, both browser and developer will understand the name clearly describes the meaning of the particular session or body, or like that. So it makes a simplified things, right? So header and a footer. If you are creating a web page, then you should remember that some header will be there, some footer will be there, and some nav bars will be there, some main part will be there, and some articles will be there in the following up. So like these things you can make in your web page, which makes easy in this HTML5 version by using the semantic tags. Why use semantic tags for a web page? Why we have to go for semantic tags? Why can't we use normally, like each and every type, like some divs will be there, and clumsy we can write. Normally we can write, but why basically we are going for semantic tags in your web page means this semantical tags, meaningful tags, is a way of more powerful than generic one. Normal generic one, like a same web page, that should not be the attractive, or should not be interactive, right? So browser can know which area of your site is the header or the footer. The semantic elements are also used by search engines. In some search engines also the semantic elements are used. It is used to imagine measure Google's or Yahoo giving lower weightage to the content in the footer element, or extra weightage to the content in the header. So by using this semantic tags, the engines, Google engines also, like searching engines also, will know the importance of the content which you are having in the header part, but they are giving lower preference to the content which is having a footer elements. Like this, that will help you in the search engines also. So we have to use this semantic tags in your web page, which helps you a lot in the searching process also. Next is site navigable for people with disabilities. So some site navigable things can be also be helpful. Like people with learning difficulties might instruct their browser to always put the article before navigation. If you have written any article at the footer part, at the ending part, you have given unnecessary information at the top of the things, and in the footer part you are giving an important thing. So that should not be a good way, right? That should not be encourageable. So you are learn some site navigation is also some most important. So you have to make the things clear which are most important, that should be in the top, like a header or articles. So that should be in the top. The other things which are by the author and this extra information, that should be in the footer, so that every time they visit your website, they will understand the footer part will be address these things, and some content main content will be in this place, like that. Site navigations will be helpful for some sort of people. Like, next, other advantage is useful for code maintenance. So if you're having any code maintenance, like you don't know where your contact information will be, where your articles will be, and where your important info like notifications will be, like new things will be there. So this will be clumsy if you haven't maintained these structures and everything. So if you maintain this, then code maintenance. So if you want to change any phone number or contact information, then you will easily understand that information should be in the footer part, like that. So you can go to their place and you can easily change. So no more of using the comments. So everywhere, if a code is a clumsy manner, you should give this message should be a footer message, and this should be a place of side. This should be a nav bar. Like, you have to give comments for comments for your code if there is in a random way. So if you are using with a footer tags, these tags, if you are using this semantic tags, which is a easily readable tags, then that should be a descriptive tags where user and browser can understand, developer can also be understand. Then that should be make your code maintenance will be easy, and no more of using tags like these things. So ending tags or end content, so these tags are not needed. So we are having descriptable tags, right? So that you can easily understand the code there. So this is the example of new semantic elements, where we have this header element which specifies the header for the document or section. For the document, we have this header part that specifies the header for the document or session. And next we have article tag. What this article tag means, it represents a self-contained composition in a document or page, or etc. Next, we have navbar. What this does means, it groups the links to other pages or the part of the current page. So in this navbar, any links in the web page, that should be given in a navbar. So that if the people see a navbar, then all the links will be aside. If the links are so many places like clumsy, some link will be at the top, some link will be at the bottom, then that should not be desirable. So that not look and attractive or simplified to the client. So if you are including all the links in the nav bar, then that should be a clear picture of the links, right? So where links can be navigate to other pages or in the current page only, we can give all the things in the nav bar. And nav session, okay, that is called a session, or we can as a tag, okay. Next, we have aside. This defines a section that is tangentially related to the content around it. So it is related to the content around it. We can use this tag, aside tag. Next, we have footer tag, where it is nothing but a refer to a footer of a web page, right? That footer will be included in that. So in this video, we have seen so many things related to table, list, and links, image handling, all these things. If you haven't watched the previous videos, please watch. And if you like this video, give a big thumbs up below. And if you have any doubts regarding to these things, you can feel free to comment in the comment section. I will definitely reply to your comments. And if you are having any suggestions to me, you can feel free to give your suggestions. I definitely consider your suggestions and improve myself to give better outputs. And share this video to your friends or colleagues and your batchmates or those things, so that they will understand the things in a clear picture. I am giving examples and you can try these examples also. So if you have any doubts, feel free to comment in the comment section. I'll definitely reply to them. And subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon, so that you will never miss any update of ours. You will get notified each time when we upload a new video. Until then, the next video, stay tuned to our channel and wait for the next video. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.
Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to see all about HTML forms. Like the basic things which you have to know while creating HTML forms, we are going to see in this video. So before getting started into this video, I want to mention one single point, that is, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and click the bell icon below to get notified each time when we upload a new video. We are going to upload some HTML examples, real examples, and CSS tutorials, and Bootstrap tutorials, and also jQuery and Java tutorials. Please don't miss any videos of ours. So click the bell icon to get notified each time when we upload a new videos related to these HTMLs and everything.
So stay tuned to our channel. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to see all about the input form elements and HTML5 form elements and what are the HTML5 attributes, new attributes they have added into this HTML version, and video tag and audio tag. We are going to discuss about these things in this video. So HTML forms, why these HTML forms, what is the use of these things means, this enables the web applications to collect the information from the user, that is to make the website interactive. For example, if you want to get any data from the user which who is using your web application, then how can you interact with that person means by using these HTML forms, like it is used to interact between an user and a website or an any application. So for building the form you should know basic tags. So what are these tags? So building is forming nothing but the thing which should be displayed in your web page. The thing is should be displayed in your web page. It should be written in some coding format, right? So that is the HTML language. We written that code like that. So what should be displayed in your browser by using tags? Tags will tell us the browser like what form of data that should be printed or what type of content that should be given in the web page like that. So by using these tags, a web browser will understand that is a form or this is a label, that is a input element, or this is a text area, or this is a button. So these tags are used for creating a form tag and label tag, input tag, text area, and button. Let's see each of them in a detailed form. So form tag is nothing but a form element, we can call it as. For every form which you are creating in your web page should have this form tag. Without this form tag you can't create a form, okay? So form tag has the following attributes. Like how will tag have some attributes, like image tag have source attribute and alternate attribute. So how the same form tag also have some attributes, that is action, method, autocomplete, no validate. So action method is nothing but it specifies the destination on submission, like where this form has to go. And next method tells us the form is of a get or post, that is getting data is sent to the URL or along with the URL, or post is meant your data is sent via the message body. Like those things, two things will be there in the method. Next, autocomplete. So autocomplete attribute helps us the whether the form has an autocomplete on or off. Like if, for example, if you put your point in that, so if you are writing your name half of the, then it completes your name fully. Like if you have already filled the form, then it auto complete the form while you are filling at the second time. So this autocomplete form helps us to fill the form fastly if you are having a big input fields with a big form at the time. So no validate, this helps us the form is to be validated when submitted. So is that form is having all the fields required or not, following all the patterns or not, like it will validate the form before getting submitted. So this is the example, you can see name, action, method, autocomplete, and non-validate are the attributes of this form element. And next we have form input elements. So what is this form input elements means, how you will take the input from the user by using the input tag. So input tag will be like that, so it will gives minimum space. Next we have text area. If your input which you are giving should be a lengthy, then you can go for text area, where text area can be one input field only that will have some number of rows and columns you can specify. Then the length of the text area will be increases like a square box with rows and columns you can mention. And next we have some buttons. For submitting the form you should have buttons like submit button or login button like that. Some button will be there in the form like that. Next, select. For example, to get a drop down list or anything, you have this select button. In the select you will have options, like what options should be selected like that. Next to opt group will be there, and field set will be there, and label. For labeling any type of fields you should have this label button, label tag. So these are the basic tags which you have for form input elements. And next, each and see each and everything. So input. So input attribute, why this input tag is having some attributes, that is type attribute. Type attribute is used to specify what type of input element it is, like it is whether an email, like a enter your email address, some input element email you should have to give in the input box. So it will tell the browser that this is input is a type of a email only, you should take the email type of content only. So this is the passport type. Then passport, how you can see that is not be displayed, so passport will be dot structure, like passport type you can say. So like that, some type attribute will be there for the input tag that will tell the browser that what type of input it is. So default type for this is, if you haven't given any type attribute for the input field, that will defaultly take that as a text type of the field. Like you will have text, checkbox, radio, password, button, submit, reset, hidden file, and image. All these are the types of the input field which you can give. Not only these things, but also in the coming HTML5 version, there are many more types we can also use for this input tag. We see further. Here is the example. You can see type text I have given. Name is given for any field to use that field afterwards. And password I have given type as password. And gender we have given radio buttons, which is a name gender. And value will be male. And checked is if you want to check that particular radio, then it is checked. And next we have female, which is a radio gender, and value is female. Here these two things are particular to label a gender only. So the name should be the same gender. Next we have a type of submit, that is a submit button. We can go for a type submit or value, we can mention that. And input type reset, we can give values reset, then it will consider that thing as a button type only. It will give like that only, it doesn't give any other type of things. So input type submit and input type reset. Here is the example, you can see this is one of the example. And next example, you can have select. How can you do with select? Means you can just give the name for that, that is qualification. There have to be options in that select. So option value you will be UG, and the displaying content will be given in the UG. And next close the option. Second option, the value PG, and the thing will be there. If you select on anything, the value should be redirected to the, like input. How you are giving means the value which you are selected will be gone as an input. So this is the select one. And next we have type as button. So button types also there. Not only reset this thing, button type is also there. That is value is the thing which is displayed on that is sign in. And next type of file. Not only button reset all these things. Type file input also you can give. For some forms you have to submit a file in that. So at the time they have used type attribute with the value of file for that input element. Name you can give anything, image. So for this, the input tag, there is no closing tag like that. For input we will have just a normal angular bracket to close that particular tag. Next example 3, where we have checkbox. So input type checkbox name has given an oracle input type checkbox name. The name same element to have this checkbox or radio buttons means the name of those things should be same. That consider that as if the name is same, they consider those things as the same group, like same type of things, like consider they as. Next address will have text area, name will be address. And in the text area I told you some advantage in this, whereas you can mention the number of columns and number of rows, like how much space the text area should be. Like you can mention like columns 20 and rows will be 5, text area came. Next type reset, type is equal to reset, value is equal to reset. And type is equal to submit, and value is equal to submit. Type reset reset means clear only, reset, submit, and uh, file, the checkbox, radio, all are the types of values. What the type values can be, all these are the type values can be, which is used for the input tag. Here is the form. Like in HTML5 web has introduced some more things. Until the previous version, only these things are present which we have seen for the input elements like types. But coming to HTML5 version, there are so many things added. For the form, elements are added, and form input types are added, and attributes are added, and form validations are also added, and placeholder text are also added. So these things, form attributes means not only the input attributes, but also we have form attributes. Like at the level of form, we can have this auto complete and no validate. Not for the each and single input, you can also have the whole auto complete for the form, and also for no validate for the form. And input attributes also have auto complete, auto focus, form action, form method, form no validate, height, weight, height, width, list, minimum and maximum, multiple pattern, placeholder required, and step. See each and everything in detail. Autocomplete, coming to form attributes, two things only there. One is autocomplete and no validate in the HTML5 version. What these things does means we have know about autocomplete, right? Whether maybe it is on or off for a particular input field. What this does means automatically completes the values based upon the values that user has entered before. For example, first time you have entered some values in your form, again you want to enter some values in the form, it will suggest you is that your name is so and so, like that. So it will auto complete that form if you have entered that thing in the previous thing also. Before you have entered those values, then it auto completes with those values based upon you have given before. So these things. Next we have no validate. This is a boolean attribute which specifies that form data input should be valid when submitted. So entire at the form level, the total form will be checked or for validated before it is submitted. Next we have some more form attributes. What are these form attributes? Means form action, form method. We have form no validate, autofocus. Let's see form action. How we have action, which is the thing but submission of your data, like which is a destination that will be given by using this action attribute, right? In that place of form. Now you have form attribute, that is form action. What this actually does means this override the action attribute of form element. So instead of action attribute which is used for the form element, we have this form action. What this does means it will specify the URL of a file that process the input control when the form is submitted. It will does the same action at the level of form, like it will specify the URL of a file that process the input control when the form is submitted. Coming to form method is just an attribute that overrides the form, which is a method attribute which you have seen in the form element. Like it will say does the same operation in a different form. Like these attributes define the HTTP method for sending form data to the action URL. Instead of having a method call or get port post, it will tell you the HTTP method for sending form data to the action URL. You can specify the action URL there, and you can tell that it is a what type of HTTP method it is. Next we have same thing at the form no validate. That's a attribute for boolean attribute. It is a form of boolean attribute, and it will specify the input element that should be validated when submitted. It overrides the no validate attribute of form element. Next, we have autofocus. Autofocus is a boolean attribute, like you can say true or false, like that. It is specifies that input element should be automatically get focused when the page loads. For example, if you give an autofocus for the first name, like that, if your form is get updated, your cursor will be just get focused at that particular field only. First, you have to go to that field, and you can just give the details like that. But you should remember one point, that in one single page or single form, no more than one element get focused. Only one form element get focused at a time in your web page. Next we have required attribute. What is required attribute means? This is also a boolean attribute which tells the browser that particular field of a form should be submitted, like it should be filled before submission, that is filled correctly. Like if a required field is empty or invalid, the form will fail to submit and focus will move to the first invalid form element. Like you should only give correct details and should validate the form, then only it should be submitted, like that. Required is attribute that can be set any of input type, but you can't give this required attribute to button type of things and range, color, and hidden. So all of it generally have a default value, right? You can't give a normal thing. Default value will be there for this. So even if you can't give any value, that will take those values. So this attribute required is not applicable for this type of thing, except these things they are applicable for all type of input type of fields. Next we have list and data type. Data list. What this list and data list does means, the two type of things, just mapping these things. First you have to have a list type of input. For this list or type of input, you should bind that data list. Like for data list is nothing but a data list tags the specify the predefined options. With the select, what you are doing, you are writing that select options at that place only. By using this data list, you can write a predefined options at one place by using this data list tag. And what this does means is provide an autocomplete feature on, like for users will see some drop down list of predefined options as they were input data. For example, if you have so many email IDs in your login in your Google, but you are filling the form, then it will suggest you all the email IDs which you have logged in previously. Like autocomplete feature is there for this data list. For these kind of things, if you are taking input a list, input type as a list is equal to names, the name of that list, which should be the same of the data list which you have a predefined list, like that. So that will bind up together. This list is used to bind the data list created by the input element. So input element is creating some list like with the names, so that will be get reflected here. You can see this example data list, we have id is equal to names and options are there, some options, and input list is equal to names and name is equal to name. You can see these options are getting into this input field in the drop down, like so. Like this list and data list will work. And next we have this placeholder. This placeholder attribute is nothing but a short hint which will be given by the website coder or building a website person to the person which you are writing the code. like giving filling the form, that it gives a short hint that should be displayed inside the form element, telling that the user that the data should be entered of this type or this kind. For example, mark is there, so marks should be positive values, should not be negative values, like that. The text displayed when the field gain focus and reappears blur if no data has entered. This is displayed only when the field is gain focus. Like if you focus on that, you are going to write anything in that, then that particular text will be disappeared. If you are far away from that and no data has been entered in that, and again that will tell you you should enter these kind of data in that particular field, like enter email value, enter your phone number, enter password, like you will get some blood content right in your any field. That is nothing but placeholder. By using placeholder you will get that. Next we have multiple. So multiple, what this multiple do means, for example, if a user want to give two or more files by using this a browse button. For example, in some websites we'll see that you should give Aadhaar card and PAN card, or any three files you should give, like you will get some things like that, but only single browse will be there. So by using single browse button, like one input field only, you can give multiple type of items by, if that particular field is having this attribute, that is multiple. For example, you can select one or more files when the input type is file, which is having this multiple tag. And also you can give comma separated multiple email addresses when the input type is email, like that. When it is available in previous version of HTML, it could be applied to select elements only. In the previous thing we'll have these things, but only for the select type of elements only. But in the HTML5 version, it is multiple is added for both files and the email types and more things. So here is the example for multiple. Upload file is there, some text and some input field is there, which is a type of file, and name is image, and multiple is equal to multiple, so multiple attribute is there. So what you can do, you can give two or more files by using this file input button. Next, we'll have type attribute. So values of type attributes. Up to now, we have seen so many values. Like previously, we have type attribute text and text we have, and password, email we have seen. But now in HTML5, not only those things, they are more specific UI elements with native data validation, such as 13 three new inputs, that is search, email, URL, telephone, and data time, date, month, week, time, data time, local number, range, color. So all these things are newly added in the HTML5 version. Let's see each and everything in a brief detail. So search will be the type which is used for searching fields, and such type is only supported in Chrome, Opera, and Safari. The search button will be like this: search input type is equal to search HTML, like this. You can search. You can have the but input type as search, and next URL type. If you want to give any URL input, just you can give type is equal to URL. Then that is used for the input type of field that should contain URL addresses. The value of URL field is automatically validated when the form is submitted. So next we'll have type attribute, where type is a email. We have seen like specifying two or more email address also possible by using this multiple keyword, and it suppose the boolean multiple attributes also. This comma separated emails you can give. It will tell you if you what happens if you type, if you give input type as a email, it will tell you your address should be like this. If you are given normal name only at that place, it will tell you it will mismatch in the fields, like give the required match, like that. Some pop-ups will become. And next, telephone, the same accept the telephones. It is unlike like URL email means the telephone type doesn't enforce any particular syntax or pattern, like that. So there is no pattern for this. You can give telephone numbers, letters and numbers. Indeed, any characters rather than new lines or carriage returns are valid for this telephone number. Like type is equal to tele you can give, and only that type of data will be acceptable for that. And next, types of values of type attribute, where we have number, range. So numbers is nothing but it is restricted to the user to give input values only. If you give type as number, you can't give the text at that place. You should give only numbers. So mark should be 1 2 3, only that. Range just means if we give under the range only, within that particular specified range only. Like you have given for this range, you should give the minimum and maximum value, like min and max. So range type is equal to range means 1 to 10. In that between, you only you have to give any input. Other than that, you can't give any input. Other than that, so values of type attribute. Next, we have date and time also. If date of joining is of type date, then you can select only date type, and if it is time, time input type is at time, you can say give time only, allotted time, like that. Examples: month, it is only of month and type is equal to month, then only can select month. Other fields will be struck at that, only fixed, like that. Week, only week type is of week, you can select only weeks in the particular instead, like year, date and months all will be struck, only week you can give it that as an input. So data time local means here date and time you can select. So here you can see date and time both are you can able to manage, and you can select. And next, color, it allows the user to select a color type. Input type is equal to color. So color also you can have this type in the HTML5 version. There are so many things added, so you can make better use of this all these things. So restrictions on various input types. What are the types? Restrictions means, so this should be like that only. By if you use these attributes that define specific restrictions for the input field, like that. So disable means it should disable when the input field is there. Maximum means the maximum value of that input field. Maximum length means this many characters only in that input field. Like minimum value means minimum value is this much only. Next, pattern means regular expression. For example, some phone numbers will be there. If you give particular pattern for that, you should give that type of pattern only for that particular field. Other than that, you can't give that. So read only option will be there. For some forms, you can't able to change the particular field. You can just see, you can read only that particular field. Next, we have required, you must be filled while submitting the form. That particular field will be selected. Next step will be there, specifies the legal number of intervals for an input field. Next, value, that is the default value of the input field, you should give by using this value attribute. Next, here you can see pattern will be like this: a b, a small a b, and 0 to 9 will be acceptable for the text. And next, minimum to maximum numbers we can give. And next step, we can give as 4. Next, minimum to maximum date time also we can give, from maximum date to minimum date. That should be like that only. Yes, you can see some small text indication instructions, or you will be get like this. Your match is required, so at the rate should be there for the email ID. So numbers should be 8 to 12 only, like 9 is okay, like that. So a should not be greater than 18, so greater than or equal to 18, so you are giving 12, like that. It will tell you indication like what form of data should be given, like what are the required things. So it will make ensure that user is giving correct appropriate data or not. By using this restriction, that help us to get correct data from the user, and to give or interact with the user to make him better experience with your website or your form. Next, we have audio tag. What this is, audio tag means, if you want to include this thing in your web page, you can include any audio by using this audio tag. This defines a new element which specify the standard way of embedding an audio file on your web page. So audio files are played through and plugin, right? So which browsers are supporting? We have a list here, like Internet Browser, Explorer, and Firefox, and Google Chrome, and Apple Safari, and Opera. MP3 is supported by few, and WAV and OOG is supported by few. Just make a list of the, if you are using particular browser, you want to include that particular MP3 file, you can use that particular thing using this audio tag. Similarly, with the audio tag, we have video tag too. So this is also played through a plugin like Flash, other things. However, different browser may have different plugins, right? So these browsers will support MP4, and this Chrome support MP4, and Apple Safari supports MP4, but Firefox and Opera is not supporting, like WebGem. So see which supporting which thing, you can make a note of it, and if you are using those things, you can use this video tag in your website, so that you can create your website look attractive by including these videos in that particular website, like that. So that's all for today, all about this audio and video tag HTML5 elements. I think everything is clear with by using this form HTML form elements, and no doubts in that. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment in the comment section. We'll definitely reply to your comments. And if you like this video, give a big thumbs up below and share this video to your friends. That will definitely help us to get boost our results. Like if your friends are in the previous like starting steps for learning this web development course, or for HTML, new to this HTML, please suggest our videos to them, so that will gain knowledge from basic concepts. These are the basic things which we are going to discuss in this each and every point in a detailed manner. So help your friends by sharing these videos to them. So hope this helps you. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.